Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here, and finally my Galaxy Note 7 has came. I pre-ordered it a long time ago. It did come with a 256 gig micro SD card, and it has finally shipped to me today. So, figured I'd do an unboxing for you guys, show you what's in the box, show off a couple things about this new device, and just give some overall impressions of mine. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I do have the 64 gigabyte model and have decided on buying the black Onyx variant. Now let's go ahead and slide it open. I've already broken this seal. And right away, we have the Note 7. Pretty excited to actually use this as my daily driver for a while. And then, of course, I will do my full review pretty soon, and also other accompanying videos. So make sure you click that subscribe button. But let's go ahead and peel off this plastic. This is talking about how to eject the SIM, get to your micro SD card slot as well. And there you have it. So we do have an embedded battery. I'm going to go ahead and power this guy on. And while it boots up, show you real quick what else is in the box. So we do have a T-Mobile SIM card because I did get the T-Mobile model, which I already have a T-Mobile activated T-Mobile SIM because that's what I use at the moment. We have, looks like, some booklets. Let's go ahead and take these out. Some T-Mobile booklets, some Samsung booklets, and user guides. So here's a welcome start guide for your Note 7. And then you do have your SIM ejecting tool. And then finally in the box, I do remember actually taking headphones out of my my S7 and thinking these were purple because of the tint on the box. But they're actually not. They're just the standard Samsung headphones. I can open those up in a second. And finally, you have USB Type-C cable. So that's going to be a little bit different. You're going to need maybe some extra components. I can potentially link to some recommended cables in the description. And of course, USB Type-C, so it's reversible. Finally, you've got your AC adapter, fast charging AC adapter. You have some extra pins for your S Pen. And then you have a USB connector to actually help you. You'll see it is male for Type-C, and then input for, what's it called? Type 2.0. And then here's actually a converter, a micro USB connector. So it goes USB Type-C to micro USB. So that way you can use all your old chargers as well to charge your device if you don't feel like purchasing updated cables. Here's also just a quick look at those Samsung headphones as well. They don't stay in my ears very well. I find very few earpods stay in my ear too well. But yeah, so there's just a closer look at those. All right, so our Note 7 is completely turned on. Before I run through the startup, I do want to talk about design. And it feels very comfortable in your hand. It does have curves on the back and front. On the back, there's a little bit of a camera bump as well. Not terrible by any means. It's very slim. You have Samsung Galaxy Note 7, 12-megapixel camera, heartbeat sensor. You have your LED flash as well on the front here. You have your camera on front, earpiece, some sensors as well. Down at the bottom here is your fingerprint scanner, home button, and you have capacitive back and recent apps buttons. Down at the bottom, you have your headphone jack, USB Type-C slot, microphone, a speaker, and your S Pen. So we can go ahead and eject that for the first time. And here we go. So taking out the S Pen, and here's a closer look at that, of course, with the button. And as I mentioned, it does have those extra tips. And then, of course, like I always like to do, I'll sit there and just click this like a normal pen. I think that's a neat addition to kind of give it a more real pen feel, just that click right there. So overall, very similar feeling and looking to the Note 5's S Pen, but there are some new added features as well. I'll go over those probably in a separate video, actually, now that I think about it. Now on the left side, you have your two volume rockers, a little thin on the aluminum, but it's not sharp by any means. It's very well rounded. Up at the top here, you got your micro SD card slot and SIM card slot. Another microphone on the right is your power button as well, and that's really about it. Now, I do want to make note that the back is not necessarily slippery, but it does collect some fingerprints, so that is actually pretty noticeable. Now, with that being said, I do have a Spigen case right here, which I'm going to pop on my Note 5. You'll see it does have a slick wrap on it, that Justin Muller design. I will link to these in the description, these cases, actually, so they have a nice partnership going on. See, it says Spigen on the side here. Just kind of wanted to show it off real quick. In terms of it does cover the entire thing. I want to check out all of the cutouts and everything down at the bottom here, and with the S Pen to make sure. Okay, so it's very easy to access the S Pen. It doesn't necessarily, you see the S Pen kind of comes out on the right here, so you really don't have to worry about accessing your S Pen. That's really not a big deal. And overall, buttons are fairly easy to press. It's not difficult by any means. And there you have it. And on the back, it does not cover the camera at all. I hope not. Now, anyways, I want to go ahead and get started. I'm gonna skip through everything and maybe show off the fingerprint scanner and also the iris scanner as well. Now, I will do a more in-depth video on the iris scanner, but you'll see that it talks about glasses, maybe sunglasses affecting it, and also if your phone's tilted a little too much, and obviously lighting conditions as well. So I'll do a more in-depth test of that very soon, but let's go ahead and set it up. It might be a little difficult behind this camera, but I'm still gonna do it. Get ready to unlock your device wearing glasses or contacts. Or verifying your identity may cause the device to have difficulty recognizing. So even contacts, pretty interesting. So it says 10 to 14 inches away. Let's go ahead and turn it up to, I guess, my face. Position your eyes in the circles shown on the screen. So looks a little strange. I'm going to try and get a little bit closer. Open eyes fully. Okay. This is actually kind of creepy how this is working. You'll see that red light right up there, that iris scanner right there. Try again. So I do have to try it again. Let's go ahead and move a little bit closer. I'm clearly just too far away. So success. So that was pretty quick. Obviously, like I said, I'm behind the camera, so it's a little bit difficult to get an angle, but that was very quick. Hold your device up. Glasses or contacts, open eyes fully, avoid direct sunlight, and keep the camera clean. And then obviously the iris scanner up there. Let's go ahead and hit OK. Notifications on lock screen. I'm going to hit done. It says your screen lock has been set up successfully. So I don't know if I can actually set up the fingerprint scanner along with the iris scanner, so we can use both, but let's go ahead and just run through. I'm going to skip through. It should take us to our home screen. No, it looks like Samsung account, all of your Samsung Pay. I'm going to skip that for now. Obviously, I'm going to go back later and go ahead and sign into all that stuff. But there we have it. Smart folder protecting private data as well. That'll be added to your home screen. And it looks like you can select the size of icons, text, and controls. I'm going to go ahead and use small. And also there's a feature I'll talk about in display where you can kind of change the size of everything. You can scale it down to 720p as well. So it looks like get weather forecasts as well if you consent to location data. This is for T-Mobile. If you'd like device data collection, I'm going to hit no, thank you. And then it should take us to our home screen. And right away, you'll see in the upper left-hand corner notifications about, what do you know, some bloatware. You got Lookout, you have Amazon app. So they did obviously include some bloatware, and you'll see Samsung Pay is popping up down there. You have your swipe over, just like you do have on the Edge devices like the S6 Edge, your S7 Edge. So you have those. Obviously, of course, it does have the Edge screen on your Note 7. So I did mention this is a 64 gigabyte variant, but after going through not installing any apps, anything, I want to talk about the storage. Let's go ahead and see how much available storage out of that 64 gigs there is. It is nice. There's a micro SD card slot, though. You'll see storage 52.2 gigs of 64 gigs free. So keep that in mind with bloatware included, with nothing installed, no pictures taken, anything like that. Now let's go ahead and test it out, that iris scanner. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the screen, and it just, I'm guessing I just kind of swipe screen to use iris unlock. So you have to physically swipe the screen to actually use it. And there we go. Unlocked it right away. Let's go ahead and jump into settings and security settings and see if you can actually add a fingerprint as well, so you don't have to just use your iris. Screen lock type. Oh, good. So you'll see fingerprints right there. Set up a fingerprint security. So let's set that up as well. I don't know why it's asking me to set up another pattern since I already have one. Okay, so place finger on home key, lift it off, and repeat. There we go. So taking a decent amount of time, at least a bit longer than usual, but I have heard this is a very quick fingerprint scanner. We'll test it out now. Fingerprint scanners are really getting to the point where they are just great. And anything that seems slow is just out of the ordinary, I guess. So here we go. Screen lock type. You'll see pattern, fingerprint, and iris. So we can go ahead and go to our lock screen again. Turn it on, and I'm just going to set my finger on there, and there we go. Unlocks it right away. And of course, if you decide to tap on a notification or swipe to unlock, you can go ahead and draw your pattern or go ahead and use your iris. But this iris screen, that was really quick, but that's a little creepy, that black and white, I do have to say. So now, let's go ahead and check out, just take a couple pictures with that 12 megapixel camera. So go ahead and load it on up. Loads up really quick. This is the first time I've even fired this application up. And switching cameras, lets you know about that. But I'm going to cancel location tags. But you'll see I'm just going to go ahead and snap a quick picture. And my guess is this camera is going to be nothing short of awesome. Especially in this lighting condition, it's going to be great. But I will take more shots. You can follow my Instagram. I'll go ahead and do post some shots there and let you know that I use this. Wow, this is really great. Really clear, not grainy at all. And its shutter speed was very quick. Just overall, definitely going to be the best camera out right now, from my guess. Obviously, I need a little bit more in-depth hands-on, but if I had to project, I would say this is going to be the best out there. I mean, obviously, the S7 Edge right now is my favorite, so why would the Note 7 not be? All right, so I talked about iris scanner, fingerprint scanner. Let's talk about the S Pen now. And let's go ahead and open it up. You get options, create note, smart select, screen write, and translate. And you can add shortcuts as well. So there's other various ones that you can add, whether you want to add an application over there. You got glance. I actually don't even know what glance is. So let's go ahead and test that one out. So let's go to glance. Unable to use glance. Open an app and try again. So let's go ahead and go to the phone and hit glance. And there we go. Hover your S Pen over the thumbnail to view the app in full screen. So it looks like it pops that down there, and it says welcome to video calling right here. But, oh, okay, cool. So then if we go ahead and tap on another app, and you can glance over back to this other app. So that's a really neat feature. I didn't even know this had this. To be honest, I haven't checked out very many unboxing videos. I really haven't had time. Been going through some stuff right now. But, yeah, overall, that's a really cool feature. And then if you tap on it, I believe, I don't know if you can actually go back into that app. Okay, so you just have to interact with the app, and you'll see it glances, and the glance goes away if you interact with it. However, I don't think there's genuinely... Okay, so if you interact with it and then bring the pen back, it goes back down. You press and hold to remove, and I guess you'll just have to go back into the app if you don't want it to actually glance down in that corner. So, but I still think that's really neat. Also with the S Pen, one feature I really like, and of course the S Pen can go in either way. Let's go ahead and undock it while the screen is locked, and you have a quick screen write, a memo right here, which I really do like to have. I use it all the time, whether I'm writing a quick number down, a quick note for myself as well. A note for myself. Anyways, when we're on the lock screen, let's go ahead and press the button with my thumb on it. Looks like it said no match. Let's go ahead and do it where I'm in a more comfortable position and unlocked it. A little bit of a delay there. Let's do that again. All right, so I guess you can kind of see your notifications. It doesn't do it right away. It turns the screen on, goes to the lock screen, and then unlocks it. So it doesn't directly unlock the device. But anyways, that's about everything I want to talk about. I did notice that the settings screen is a little bit different. You've got them just kind of overall in a lot of different places. Also, it's on Android 6.0.1. I'll keep you guys updated and do a complete update video when Android N comes to the Note 7, so make sure you're subscribed as always. But that's really about it. That would be my full video on the Galaxy Note 7, my unboxing impressions. Overall, seems quick. Let's go ahead and test it out more and do a full review. I'll do other videos I might do after 72-hour video, etc. So just stay tuned for that. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. You follow me on various social media. All links in the description video below. Thanks again.